Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle oof from Zentangle. It's a funny name. It stands for out of focus. And so in the description section, besides my step outs, I will include a link to the newsletter from Zentangle where they introduced this tangle, so that way you can read the story from Maria on how this tangle came to be and how it got its name. So this is a grid pattern. It's a grid of diamonds, though. So, sometimes the grid is like a checkerboard grid. Sometimes it's dots, sometimes it's orbs, sometimes it's squares. This one happens to be on diamonds. So I'm going to start in the center and do my best to make sure that I keep all of these the same size. All right, so I'm starting in the center, then I'm going to work out to the sides. Actually, I could just go down as well. Trying to not, then I'm going to turn my tile. Oops, that didn't quite meet up, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to turn my tile because it seems like I draw my diamonds a certain way, and it was just looking weird from a different angle. It's probably just me. All right, so diamonds. And a lot of times I do like to do it this way, where I start in the middle and work my way out to do my best to ensure that I have like an actual grid. A lot of times mine start out one direction or like one distance. Well, actually this one, like these are a little narrower, and here's one of those things. It doesn't matter. This one is pretty forgiving as well, as most are. So if yours turns out a little bit wonky, that's okay. We call whimsical is the new wonky, so it's okay. All right, so once you have this, then we're going to do curved lines from here on out. And we're also going to utilize the take off and land concept, which is, so we're going to do a curved line from here to here. But instead of just, starting at this point and going to this point, it does something different when you, we're going to kind of essentially trace over this line in this diamond, and we're taking off, we do our curve, and we land here, but we kind of use that as it's like a runway type of thing too. All right, so taking off, doing the curve, and landing there, and still kind of tracing over. All right, so we're going to do that to each side of these diamonds. So it's, I think I'm going to end up coloring these diamonds in from that little, what I just went over it. So yeah, you do have to be careful. And if you do the trace all the way, and I was, sorry, moving a little too fast. My curve is not as curvy as I'd like it to be, but that's okay. All right, so we have them now so rows of curved lines, right? Turn your tile. Actually, I don't know if it matters which direction, as long as you do it consistently in that direction. I turned mine clockwise. So same thing. I'm gonna go on this. It's the same side. So when we did this, right, I went to the bottom right side of that diamond and did the curve line, turning the tile, was it 90 degrees, and gonna do the same thing. So take off and land carefully. Whenever I do something like this, it's just it's Zentangle screaming to me, slow down, watch the pen, enjoy the the process, enjoy the stroke of the pen. Always a reminder, because I always want to sometimes, especially if it's a curve line, like, oh, that's easy. Nope. All right, done with all of those. Turning it again. Now this time we are going to cross over this curve. A lot of times I'm moving out of the screen. Sorry. A lot of times we don't want to do that, but this time we do. So again, same stroke. We're on the bottom right of that diamond, doing a nice curve line, going across. So we're essentially creating a seed there in the middle. Okay. Turning 90 degrees, same thing, rinse and repeat. And also know that, so if you did something like here where I've done this, know that in the decoration phase, oh, move, there we go. Sorry about that. And I'm not sure, it seems, okay, it was getting out of focus when I was way up there. I noticed on another video, it seemed like the camera is deciding if it's focusing on my hand or on the tile. And it's like, I've got to work on some kind of a new system here. But for right now, it works. All right, so there we have it. So again, we're same stroke over and over again. We are, oh, no, wait, no, I might be, nope, that's right. Nope. So that this is what you should have, is a bunch of like interconnected circles. And what I was about to say is making mental note of things like, you know, if you have something like this that happens, or something that you just don't like, it's like, okay, well then when we get to the decorating phase or shading, then you can take a look at, well, is there a way I can do something about that? So this is essentially the Tangle. And then, yes, you can decorate it however you would like to. And so what I will end up doing with this is, because of that, well, no, let me see. Nah, because some of the other ones are a little bit sloppy because I was, you know, being quick. And so I'm going to just color those little diamonds in. And now something, you know, also fun, which I'm just thinking I might do, is, because sometimes if you fill something in like this with the, you know, black pen, then you could also, if you have a white jelly roll, or, you know, a jelly roll that works on dark colors, then you can always do something else in the middle of that if you want to. All right, and just get this done here. Sorry about the little, I don't know if you can even hear the music in the background. Somebody is calling me. All right. Oh, look at how neat that looks. All right. And again, then it is, you can decorate. Many ways you can do this. I'm almost thinking I might just leave it as it is, because I'll show you an example on how you can decorate. But I want to play with some shading because I wanted to see what it would look like if just leaving it plain. Well, this is, I mean, it's not plain because I colored those things in, but I want to have some fun. And I, you know, it's also kind of nice to, if I do something here a little different than, you know, if I have an example to share, something that I've already done, it's kind of fun to do something a little bit different so we can explore other ideas. And that, to me, is what is so fun about this art form, is the concept of playing. And because there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle, it's, you know, it's nice playing because, you know, we get to then practice our creative problem solving for when things happen that, you know, we don't really care for. And, you know, because you just, you know, and then too, if you have subscribed to that and committed to that, and also committed to, nope, not going to throw it away. I'm going to, my very good friend, Diane, says, if you don't like it, it just means it's not done yet. So, and sometimes you might have to just set it aside for a little bit and don't, oh, that looks really, really neat. Yada da da da. Yeah, because I have done this where I set something aside and I go back to it later and you're like, what? Whose is that? Because when we're working on these, because it's so small, and because we're focused on it also, sometimes we just get micro focused. When I teach music lessons, one of the things that I would tell my students, you know, I'd ask them if in science class if they'd ever, you know, look at things through a microscope, and, you know, and they're like, yeah, and it's like, well, you know, have you ever tried to like just mash the lens down on the slide, and then you know, you can't see anything because it's, you know, you get so focused and so you're looking so closely that you can't see anything. And so sometimes this is a life thing too, right? Sometimes we need to take a step back and and just come back with a fresh set of eyes. So that's what I encourage you to do if the no mistakes is causing you a challenge. And that looks kind of neat like that. There's something just extra special about just having something that's just simple. And that just looks really neat. So let me share with you. This was when we did. Oh, sorry about the. Okay, let me move this so that way. I'm trying to. So it's not jiggling, and that way you can see. So this one is done on a Renaissance tile, and what I did here was put orbs in. And as I'm seeing right now, I need to go back and color in all of these little. I mean, you can, or you don't have to, but the little gaps that come when you put in orbs. I didn't do that on this one. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, I should really go back and do that. But so this one, put orbs in those seed sections, and then aura'd the center part and colored it in with white charcoal pencil. I did that in brown. So when we use the Renaissance tiles, these tan tiles, what we do is we alternate black and brown. It could do, black and another color, something like that. But this is the way we have traditionally done it. And then adding graphite for the dark and white charcoal for the light. And it's just a really, really fun technique. It's from the Renaissance time called chiaroscuro. And it's a really fun technique. And has really cool results. So I just wanted to show you one that was decorated as well as one that is just done simple. So with that, I think that is it. If you liked the video, would love to have a thumbs up. If you liked it enough to maybe see more, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you do that, make sure to hit the notification bell next to it so you can decide how you want to receive the notifications if you do at all. I know I don't necessarily like to see them in my email or pop up on my phone, but when I go to YouTube, I have my list of subscribers, and it usually shows it so that way those that have new content are up at the top, or they have a little thing there, and then I, pick and choose what I want to do. So just a little bit of extra information. So with that, again, hope you enjoyed, and I wish you happy tangling.